Face reality, people. Movies are dead. Games are dead. Narrative? Dead.
Media is nothing but neural trigger response and viral conditioning.
Wait, what are you two talking about?
All right. So let's talk about the NBA free agency thing so far. God, I'm still tilted off of watching Gilbert Arenas and Brandon Jennings and Kenyon Martin talk about how good of a dad LeBron is for abusing his power to get his son drafted and get his friend as head coach of the fucking Lakers. I love that, man. Doesn't that just put just a good taste in your mouth? Pause. Not a good taste in your mouth when you realize someone just has, I guess, so much PR marketability. Like, I don't even see LeBron as marketable, man. What's cool about him? What is likable about LeBron James? Someone tell me. Marketing, I don't get it. Like, artistically, I don't get it. But for some reason, he can wield his power, and people are like, "Yeah, that's right. That's what good dads would do." They would make sure someone else gets that fucking position over, someone else's fucking kid. That dad whose son didn't get drafted, he's a deadbeat. He's a deadbeat dad, bro, for not getting his kid drafted like LeBron would. Yeah. Incredible. But anyways, NBA free agency. As you can see, I have a list up of some of the notable names. A lot of people staying where they're at. LeBron's making basically as much as any of them, except for Paul George, which is another embarrassing thing. But more important, okay, let's go over the main fucking free agents here. Try to kind of go in order here. Paul George would be number one, right? As far as I guess on this list, he's number two here. Paul George. I am curious what he has actually contributed to fucking winning throughout his career in the NBA. 14 years in the NBA. Other than that one Pacers year, maybe one or two Pacers years, what does he do in regards to winning? I really don't know. He seems like he just goes through the motion. He's like an algorithm on his own. Oh, I need 15 to 20 shots per game. I need to average this amount of points and, I'll randomly grab rebounds, I guess, sometimes. I get some assists sometimes here or there. But it's like, do you see a winner when you watch Paul George play basketball? I don't. I see a guy who just wants to get, numbers in a certain position by the end of the game. Which I guess is stat padding, but it just looks way more egregious. Like he's almost takes shots just for the sake of saying he took 20 shots and scores 20 points per game or something. Instead of like man, where's the grit of this guy tries to win? This guy's a killer for winning. I don't see that with Paul George. But for some reason, he bounces from team to team. No one gives a fuck. It's actually embarrassing that he just keeps he goes from playing with one superstar to another, over and over and over again, and no one gives a fuck. People give LeBron shit. People should be giving Paul George a lot of shit, man. Where'd he go? He went from the Pacers to where? To OKC? Anthony, help me out. Pacers to OKC or something? Play with Westbrook?
He went from the Pacers to OKC, then to the Clippers.
To the Clippers, and now to Philly. Right?
Yeah, not a.
It's bouncing from superstar to superstar. It doesn't. When I watch Paul George play, it doesn't look like he's ring chasing either. He's just going from notable team to notable team. Maybe the whole point is to keep his namesake up. I don't know.
The OKC one is that looked like a ring chase, and you could say Clippers too, but he's from California.
No, sorry, I don't give a shit, bro. That's a ring. That's a ring chase too.
With Kawhi, originally it was just him and Kawhi, right?
Yes. And then Russell joined later.
Yeah, Westbrook. Yeah,
Harden and Westbrook. Yes.
Westbrook.
So okay, goes to play with Westbrook, then goes to LA to play with Kawhi, right, and Harden, or Harden joined later, right? Another guy is
Yeah.
just rummaging from team to team. Except
And he re-signed with the Clippers too. He's staying with the Clippers.
for some reason, Harden looks way more competent in regards to winning than Paul George does to me, from what I've seen. I don't care what fucking numbers he puts up. I really like, as much as there's like this idea in regards to like offensive players, like, oh, this guy's a great offensive player. Like, why? Look at his numbers. Like, you watch him play, it's like, wait a minute. Where? What am I
That's the
seeing?
thing too. Is, he's not even a great rebounder either. He's not a great rebounder. He's never been a good facilitator. Like at least Harden, if you look at like points responsible for, like Harden's like always going to be way like probably like 20 points higher than Paul George ever been.
Yeah,
In regards to like in regards to an offense, he's way more valuable than Paul George, even if he's only scoring 15 points.
I
That's what
100% agree with
that's what
that.
he did last year. He's scoring 15 points. Still got like 8 or 9 assists per game.
Yeah,
Ball handling.
Paul George he's Tracy McGrady without Tracy McGrady. He's like a minor aspect, which is I guess is aesthetics. He has certain aesthetics that look like Tracy McGrady, but is he act like does he do what Tracy McGrady could do like when Tracy McGrady's fucking healthy, when he's young and healthy? No, he's nowhere near fucking T Mac. Not even fucking close to it. But for some reason, he can just go from team to team and fucking. Oh, he played, bro. He's played with James Harden twice on 2 different teams. He's played with Russell Westbrook twice on 2 different fucking teams. This is like incredible. He should be getting as much shit as LeBron James does, as far as like trying to join super teams or create super. Like, I mean, he doesn't have GM pull like LeBron does. I don't think he does, at least. But still, he's still looking to join. Like, maybe he's looking to hide. But yeah, I know you don't remember me, but if you look at my stats on basketballreference.com, I average like 20 points per game. That's what he seems like, man. It's like, yo, are you actually in this shit, bro? Like, where's your motor at? The shit they talk about, like D lineman in the fucking NFL or NFL draft or whatever. Like, oh, this guy's a high motor. Where the fuck is Paul George's fucking motor at, bro? I don't see it. I don't. I don't see it on either end of the fucking floor, man. And if it's like, man, you know what? This team's dragging me down. I need to go to another team to get more energy to like pick it up on like offense and defense. Like really play hard. Like, bro, you're supposed to be like you're supposed to be not one of, you're supposed to be like kind of like the reason why things go over the top. Why they go from like playoff or high playoff team to straight up champions. You're supposed to be the reason, but it looks like he's like expecting other people to be that reason, and he's just like, yeah, I'm a contributor. I score like 20 points per game. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you doing? I'm Paul George. I score like 20 points per game. He's like, at bars and shit, at clubs. How you doing? I'm Paul George. You know, all NBA third team. You know what I'm saying? I'm Paul George. How you doing? Shaking hands and shit. That's what he reminds me of, man. It's like it's to me embarrassing, but for him, he knows no one's noticing, so he can just do it. So I guess he'll get away with that. All right, that's Paul George in regards to the NFL free agency. Obviously, the next name would be LeBron James on this list, at least. I think these are actually important. OG going to staying with the net. He was fucking vital in the playoffs, and when he got hurt, it was that kind of fucked the Knicks a bit because he played hard defense and he was actually scoring. He was like putting up points when he had the opportunity. So he was like a solid player, OG Anunoby. So that's a good re-signing by the Knicks. Tyrese Maxey obviously went off with the Sixers. Right, he had a good year, a really good year, and proved himself as being like, oh, you're worthy of you're like an all-star player. You're worthy of that. Maybe even should have had the ball more than Embiid in certain stretches of the playoff games. My opinion, Just saying. Siakam, solid player. Quickly. Remember him with the Knicks a little bit more than Toronto. I didn't really see him on Toronto so much. I don't know exactly what he did on Toronto, but I see him more with the Knicks. He's a solid role player type of guy. Let's move on. Okay. LeBron James, obviously, the 2-year.
He's making $35 million though. Quickly.
Is that inflation? I don't know the numbers anymore, Anthony. Is that inflation or is that
I don't know. I guess it is inflated. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. But all right. So LeBron James, 2 years, 100-something million, 103,974,453. Okay. Obviously, we knew that would happen. They signed with the Lakers. They did everything to keep him there. Or maybe he was already directing things knowing he would re-sign with the Lakers anyways. Like, hey, Rob, so you're going to hire JJ and you're going to draft my son in the second round. I already know what you're going to do. Like, do that. Maybe that's where he was at. Either way, like, hey, man, like, yo, take less money and sign other players. Like, you don't need the money anymore, man. You don't need $50 million a year. All that does is justify you fucking dominating the fucking basketball, which hurts your fucking offense. It does. It's an eyesore watching them play offense when it looks like Luka with the Maverick, or it's like, but Luka does way more than LeBron does at the same time, where it's like you're just dominating the basketball, you're running high pick and rolls, and then you're, I guess, dumping off as you drive and kick. You're dumping it off, right? And it's like when you're not doing that, you're just standing around somewhere, and it's just like, bro, you're not that vital to the like the only way you're that vital to the Lakers offense is if it's like kind of arbitrary or like to me like kind of fixed to be your offense. It doesn't look organic. It doesn't look like a real offense. It doesn't look like you're moving around really, like running an actual NBA offense. It looks like it's just like, well, we pay you so much, so we need you to like be the point guard and dominate the fucking basketball. Like, that's what it looks like. I don't think it helps in regards to basketball, but no one gives a shit. All right, they care about the narratives more than basketball, yada, yada, yada. Claxton from the stayed with Brooklyn for a lot of money. Yeah, a lot of money. $25 million a year. Okay. Hardenstein got $29 million a year, bro. Oh, fuck. What the shit? $3 years, $87 million for Isaiah Hardenstein. Like, what did he do on? Like, is he that important to the Knicks? I guess he is. Oh shit. Like Monk stayed with the stays with Sacramento. James Harden stayed with the Clippers. He's 35. Like, wow, Hardenstein's almost making as much as James Harden. Caldwell Pope, Obi Toppin. Oh, Caldwell Pope went to fucking Orlando. Okay. You saw better pastures. Tobias Harris went to Detroit. Klay Thompson. Okay, that's the next big name, I guess, in NBA free agency. Him going to Dallas and kind of rejecting a much larger contract with the Lakers to play for the Dallas Mavericks, which I think is, in my opinion, the better scenario. Because on the Lakers, like his role is going to be something similar, right? He's not going to do Golden State shit where he's like running off screens and, you know, short pick and rolls for pull up 3-pointers and pull up jump shots and shit like that, or come off screens and hit, you know, jump shots. He's going to be more of like standing on the perimeter, waiting for, you know, the same style small forward, you know, point forward guy. Either it's LeBron on LA or Luka on Dallas to run pick and rolls. And, you know, hopefully they kick it to me and I'll be open for a jump shot. Luka or Kyrie, I guess, in Dallas. And be honest with you, this is Klay Thompson betting on himself because he's gonna have more opportunities for shots, and because Luca does a much better job of drawing it. Like it's part of his game where it's like a slow motion style of play to where he draws more people in, and Clay will get a lot more opportunities, a lot more. I think he'll even get ISO opportunities. I think on Dallas. Lakers, you're gonna be standing on the fucking corners, bro. Straight up, doing nothing. You're gonna have to just hope the ball fucking finds you at certain points. So I actually think that was a good choice to make for basketball. Maybe not for his bank account. Maybe probably the Lakers would be better for him as far as his bank account goes. But basketball wise, yeah, man, that was a good choice for Clay. I think, and it'd be interesting to see what happens. What would it be? It'd be Kyrie, Luca, Kyrie, Clay, probably PJ Washington if he's still on the team, I think. And then the lively Gabbard fucking front court, right? Center. Go balance between those two. I think Clay made the right choice, man. Because I don't think when you have LeBron on your team, I don't think people run offenses, man. They don't run an offense. They did in Miami, I believe, but it wasn't the PR aesthetic that LeBron wants for himself, which is, I'm the guy with the ball in my hand when the shit goes down. Instead, in Miami, they're like, go in the low post. You're bigger than everyone. Fucking do a drop step and score a basket, which isn't pretty looking, right? That shit doesn't look like Harden or Luca when they're coming off pick and rolls. When LeBron does pick and roll, it doesn't look the same. So maybe he's like worried about the aesthetic of it, and he's like, "Oh shit, I don't want to like fuck that. I'm not running an offense. I'm not gonna run into the fucking post. I will, I need an offense that makes me look aesthetically better. Looks like I have like a dribble package and shit like that. And it's like, bro.
Well, he needs an offense that lets him have a high usage rate, so he can
Yes.
get his number.
Yeah.
So he can draw in a smaller defender when he needs to, when he needs to ram through him, and then on defense have someone that mimics him as the 4 or 3, so he doesn't have to defend him and then get back on the other side.
Oh, what did AOH say in regards to like the way the Lakers are moving around? It's like I don't know. It's making a franchise the size of the Lakers and how important they're supposed to be in regards to all of sports. Forget about basketball. All of sports, how important they're supposed to be, and
Yeah.
it makes it makes them look like a PR machine for LeBron James. Man. It does.
Yeah.
Even on the court, it makes it look like that, man. And is JJ Redick gonna fix that? Like, I could see why
No.
Klay Thompson's like, "Yo, fuck that shit, bro. I'm going nowhere near that." It
Yeah,
makes
no.
sense.
Like if you're a free agent and you have a choice of where to go, am I gonna go there? Why would I go there?
Money, but Clay's like, "Yo, I'll even say fuck the money. I have enough money.
Well,
Fuck that."
no, Jordan, he's gonna make more money with Dallas because there's no income tax.
Uh,
No, the 50 million is actually 50 million. 84 million is not 84 million, bro. It's probably like 40 something. He might make more money staying where he's at, going where he went than there, with less money and and less years in the contract. Now you're right though. He is betting on himself.
yeah.
And if you were to bet on yourself, you want to go somewhere where you're gonna feel you're gonna be way better utilized.
Are taxes like that crazy in LA to where like a $40 million contract is that
No,
much
not a
less?
$40 million, but it's like, what is it? It's like 20% each year.
What was he gonna
So
get?
what is it? Like a 4 year, 80 million, or something like that.
Okay, so 20 mil. Oh, okay. Actually, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, maybe he'd make more in Dallas.
And he could get another contract if he does well.
I just think the basketball actually works out better for him in Dallas than it
Yeah,
does
it does look well.
LA.
You also said when Kyrie's on the court too, he's gonna get a lot of good looks.
Yes. I think it's a perfect
I can
scenario for
see him
Clay.
like, remember Exum? I can see him taking Exum's role.
Except way more minutes, I think, because
Well,
Clay's not going to have to move around that much.
Jones is not gonna play as much.
Jones
But like,
Jones is gone. Jones is gone.
oh,
I saw him. I saw him on this list. Where is he? Derek Jones. Derek Jones Jr. He's not. He's on the Clippers now. He's gone.
wow.
He's getting $10 million a
That's,
year, bro. Jesus fucking Christ.
nah,
I think that's
I
basketball
mean,
inflation.
I've seen him play though. Like I think he's worth 10 million. Fucking Quickly's like, yo, what the fuck has Quickly been doing, bro? 35 million. See that good?
I'm not used to these new numbers, Anthony. $10 million,
But
like
nah, but they it's shorter contracts though. Like it's still juiced up, but I can kind of see how that works because they're shorter contracts.
I don't know, man. I don't
Like the
know.
Paul George, what Paul George get 4 years, 212.
Oh, okay. Did I fuck that up? I meant $10 million a year for Derek
Yeah,
Jones.
I
Oh,
know. I know.
Okay.
No, 10 years.
Kyle Anderson, right? We watched him in the playoffs with Minnesota. $9 million a year. That means the NBA has just boosted up. It's looking like Major League Baseball now. Like
That's
my
past
era of Major League Baseball.
baseball. Yeah, it's past baseball. It's way, bro.
When I saw Jason Hayward get 15 mil a year from the Cubs,
Nobody.
I'm like, what?
I don't think. Yeah, there's not except for like what Verlander, Scherzer, and Otani. No one's making 50 a year, even 45 a year. 45 a year in baseball is crazy.
Yes.
That that's actually like a great, and that's the standard in the NBA. If you're like, if you're like on the upper echelon, you're getting that easy.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's another one that I thought was interesting. Chris Paul going to the Spurs. I thought that was
Spurs.
the only perfect spot. Like perfect, like other than Clay, I think Clay was a good spot for him to go to as far as like for him. Or even Buddy
Yeah,
Hill going to Golden State is okay.
yeah.
But Chris Paul going to the Spurs is you have Pop there and you're like one of those mindsets and you have this 7 foot fucking giant doing shit for you. Like
Throwing lobs at him all day.
I think that's just a beautiful fucking place for Chris Paul. That's really good. Uh, and the rest are kind of whatever. Right? Just some names I remember: DeAndre Jordan staying with Denver, Alex Len
Yo,
staying with Sacramento.
is Valanciunas still available? Because I heard the
I just
Lakers
saw him.
wanted him.
He went to Washington
Wow.
for
I mean,
for
damn,
10 mil a
bro.
year. Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder if LeBron's contract. I'm like, damn, bro, you went to I would have went to the Lakers if I were you, bro. You went to Washington.
bro. Like, why wouldn't you? Like, I remember Tim Duncan taking way less money than he would actually actually be like worth from marketing to playing basketball. How much money he was actually worth? He said, "No, I'll take a paycheck or I'll take a pay cut for to sign more players." Like, yo,
Yeah.
why don't you do that, man? Like, yo, LeBron, you want to
I
win
mean,
titles? Like, yo,
I don't know for sure if it's LeBron's fault, but it's like you're saying, you don't need 50 million at this point.
he got the maximum, man. He's like, yo, are
Yeah.
you warranted for that? My play on offense is just so worthy
Tom
of
Brady,
$50 million.
Mahomes does that shit right. Mahomes just restructured his contract so they could sign Chris Jones, the guy that
Yes,
just helped.
Kobe did that shit too. The psycho
Yeah.
Kobe did it. Like, come on.
Brady was the go to that shit. Like, nah, I'll take less money and he's like, I'll end up making more money later on, which is what he did.
Yeah, exactly. You're talking about Tampa Bay, right? And also, I think he did with the Patriots as well. I tripping?
Yeah, he took the money with Tampa. Saying all those years with the Patriots, yeah, he would take pay cuts.
I remember that with definitely the Randy Moss year, right? Where they went
Well,
ape
they're
shit.
saying, they were also saying that like Kraft was money laundering money to him to stay to so the cap would, and he did. Do you remember the whole TB12 shit where he had his
Yeah.
private trainer taking care of players? Like, come on, bro, you telling me Brady didn't touch that money?
Yeah. His own personal
Like,
businesses getting paid
yeah,
from the
person,
Patriots.
yeah, like the Patriots definitely helped him
Yeah.
make that shit a household name. Like they gave him some type of funding that he didn't have to pay back.
Good God, man. It,
Or like here, it's funny, man. It's like nah. Think about it though. You got them to sign JJ, give him an outrageous contract too. JJ's making like 8 million a year.
Hmm.
You got them to give Bronny 8 million for 4, and you took a max. So it's like, yo, where are you providing value for the Lakers?
Yo, I'm so important. My name is so important, and everyone thinks I'm so cool and awesome.
There might be a chance that that's true though, where it's like
Yeah.
just being here makes you boatloads of money, as opposed to me not being here. I think that could be a case. That could be the case. Think about it. They would not if they had the team they had without him on it. They wouldn't get the nationally broadcast games they do over
Exactly,
and
but
over.
that idea looks artificial, man. It looks artificial the way like it's not for basketball. Then it's not has nothing to
No,
do with basketball at that
no,
point.
no. I don't think Genie Bus. I think it's been clear that the Genie Buzz and her family are not in the record business. They're in the making money business. They rather have a circus that's profitable than a good. I mean, it's not at this point. They're all profitable because that's the other thing too. You guys just signed this crazy. You tripled the worth of every franchise. What's that TV deal? Like, why are you still trying to do things for more money? Like in a short term gain, long term loss type of way. Like, why are you still? You don't have to. It's like you're operating from a point of what's the word
Privilege.
scarcity,
All right.
scarcity.
Yeah.
But you don't have scarcity. You have abundance. So why aren't you making more like intelligent decisions with that?
Listen, Jeannie needs a real man in her life. I'll volunteer. I will jump on this grenade for everyone. I'll
Yeah, at least.
sacrifice myself for the sexy Genie Bus. I don't know, like,
She
God.
lost Phil Jackson. It's been downhill since.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Like, actually, that'd be amazing. I want to see LeBron with like a real coach. I want to see LeBron with like Phil Jackson or something like that. Or
He
like,
pushed him out, or he leaves himself. That's what happened with the Heat.
something
He's
where
almost,
like these motherfuckers get caught on like secret like recordings. Like, yo, this motherfucker has no idea what the fuck he's doing, bro. And I gotta fucking pick up the pieces for this guy. I'm gonna look bad. I'm gonna look bad for what this guy does on the court, bro. Like, I need some secret recording of that shit, bro. That's what I need. Like, honestly, yeah,
yeah.
brilliant. I don't know. I think I covered the notable things of free agency. There's some. God, this one bothers me the most, man. The Paul George one, and it just bothers me the fucking most, man. Like, hey, man, how come you didn't go to like Charlotte, right? How come you didn't go to fucking? I don't know.
You can go to Golden State. You won't go now to Golden State.
No, if he went to Golden State, that would make perfect sense for Paul George. He's now one of those guys, man. Where it's like, bro, you don't want to be the reason why you're like. At least it looks to me on the surface, at least. You don't want to be the guy or the reason why you're winning. It doesn't look like that, man. Right? He looks like he just wants to be that.
Oh,
Like
like
he's not as bad
Lillard.
as this guy. This guy wants to go to a team that's already like actually awesome, but also be like, yo, I'm the main reason why. Like I'm the reason why. Where you like change the offense around, dominate the fucking ball, and be like, yo, I'm the reason why. While fucking Kyrie's doing triple double fucking step backs and splashing 3-pointers to win you games. Like, no, but I'm the reason though. You saw that block though, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm the guy who did that. That's what it looks like. Like, I think Paul George is complacent with being like, I need to be on a good team that gets press. Like, he's like a fuck, man. He's a mark. I don't know. He's like a mark to me. Like a mark in wrestling or some shit. Yo, bro, you're a mark ass. That's how Paul George seemed to me. But it is what it is. It's like barely making me like, yo, Paul George, you're 34. This guy's about to be 40. Is he more valuable than you? Like, you guys are like in the same paying range. So, like, what do you do with that, Paul George? Like, come on, man. It's like I guess just random numbers gets this guy paid like crazy. To me, is he more valuable than Tyrese Maxey? No, he's fucking not.
No, he's not.
From what I saw in the last season, Tyrese Maxey is
Nah,
way more fucking valuable than fucking Paul George.
he's prolific. Maxi is prolific. Like Maxi he has no conscience. He plays with no.
He plays hard. He plays with effort. If your team's losing, he's gonna try to fucking get you back. He doesn't care what the fucking score is. That guy plays fucking basketball, man.
Yeah, he doesn't care what his shooting percentage is. He just keeps shooting.
He's gonna play. Oh, he's gonna play hard. He's gonna play fucking basketball, man. He is on both sides of the fucking court. So I'm like, is he more valuable than Paul George? Like, no, he's like, or he is. He's way more valuable than fucking Paul George, in my opinion. Paul George is the one who's just like fucking lagging behind, like a sloth, fucking playing basketball. Just like, oh, is it my turn? Is my turn to shoot yet, coach? All right, it is. All right, I'm gonna shoot it. Like with no regard for like a sense of like, at least Maxey's desperation looks like it's towards winning. George is just like his shit is towards like, I want to score 20 points this game. That's what his shit looks like, man. You'll check the box score when the game's over. See what I did? That's what he looks like to me. Like he's embarrassing to me. Really is. He's fucking Giancarlo Stanton, bro, and like he's one of those fucking guys to me. But I hit 30 home runs that year. Oh, that means you're valuable. That means you're worth $50 million. Like, no, you're fucking not, bro. Bullshit. He's not worth this money. He's not. LeBron's not worth this fucking money. Straight up. They're not. But that's just me. Anthony, anything you want to add to this? Floor is yours. No? There.
What'd you say? My bad. What'd you say? I think even OG had Novi, bro.
OG is fucking important. He's important to the
Yeah.
fucking Knicks, man. That playoff run, he was super
Yeah,
important.
You putting Paul George on their best player?
I mean, uh, you're supposed to be able to, but I guess not. Maybe you do now, but you're supposed to be able to. OG, like fuck, who got hurt kind of relatively early on the Knicks, and OG stepped this fucking game up.
Randall.
Well, Randall, other than Randall, he was already like kind of gone before the playoffs even.
Oh,
There's someone else who got like who's like
in the season or the game?
in
Or
the
playoffs?
the playoffs, man. There's
Josh
someone like was hurt or couldn't
Josh
do
Hart?
anything, and he fucking stepped his fucking game up, man. Who?
No. He was the one that was hurt first, bro.
No, he was balling out, and then he got hurt in the fucking playoffs. Remember that?
Yeah.
But there's someone.
Him and Josh Hart got hurt at the same time.
No, but Josh Hart wasn't hurt. He was still out there doing shit. OG
No, he was
stepped
like-
his fucking game up. I forget. Fuck.
Yeah, like an ankle problem,
Maybe it was Randall
Or
that I'm
the-
thinking of.
a hamstring problem.
Well, yeah,
But
Thibodeau fucking overplaying his players.
but I don't know. Like, what do you think of that though? Because a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, that's bad." I don't know if that's necessarily bad though.
What, Thibodeau? And
As opposed, I don't know. Maybe it's just like recency bias of nobody wants to play ever. So when you see a coach that's actually like emphasizing playing,
yeah, I mean,
it's a breath of fresh air. But I guess you could definitely overdo it too. Like you got
well,
like
yeah,
Josh Hart. I think in the Sixers series, Josh Hart played like every minute of every game except for like maybe 5 minutes
yes,
in that series. And then the next series, I think like 2 games in, he got hurt in the third game or something.
yeah.
Because they went 7. I don't know, but I don't know. At the same time, I don't know. There's something to be said about like, oh, like you should ride your horses.
I mean, well, maybe he's thinking like, oh, if we just kind of work
He
these
worked,
guys into condition, that they'll be able to stick around because,
he
like,
worked shorthanded though too. Like he was
yeah.
it was kind of out of necessity too.
No,
Yeah,
well, no. There was moments where the score was kind of lopsided a bit, and
yeah, and
he
he
still
kept him.
Josh Hart was still fucking in the game, grabbing
I know
rebounds
he
and shit
kept
like that.
him.
Yeah. So I don't know. Even like Brunson was one of the big ones, right, against the Pacers.
That
Am
was
I
in
tripping?
Game 7 though. He hurt
Yeah.
his hand. He broke his hand, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that's not even really up to. I mean, I'm sure people will attribute it to that, but yeah. Fuck. Maybe trying to bring tougher basketball back, and the Knicks have a personnel that should be able to do that, kinda. But I don't know. Maybe the NBA's rigged and there's like they got snipers in the rafters. And like, you're trying to bring back the old NBA, just shoot him, like take him out, break this guy's tibia as he runs to the rim, like, oh, he's overworked. Meanwhile, there's like a bullet hole in their fucking leg or something. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man. Maybe these guys aren't used to that. Maybe in college they didn't have to do any crazy shit like that. But whatever. Yeah, OG is Anunoby. That's a big signing, I think, for the Knicks. He stepped his fucking game up, 100%. Then he got hurt, and then he was just gone. But he did step his game up in the playoffs. Fuck, who is he? Fucking like when someone else's scoring went missing, he stepped up and like started scoring points. I was like, holy shit. That could be fuck. I don't remember. Whatever. Yeah. All right. So there's our little assessment, rambling of the NBA so far. Free agency signings. There you go, YouTube. Enjoy it.